Hey, 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 hey. How are you doing, family? This is Dane. I want to know, how are you doing on today? We know that this is a tested time for every single one of us. I hope that you are in good health. And I just wanting to coach you through uh, this crisis. I can tell you right now, I mean, being a mentee of, oh, Papa, 8 miles in a row, I could just hear him saying, never trust a leader who bails in a crisis. And I want all my leaders, I want you to tag and share this. I want you to like, tag, and share this because I have a question for you on today. I know that there is a lot of uncertainty, and I want to bring you to a place of certainty. You know, the question I have for you, hi, how are you, Tammy? Hi, Wendy, how are you? How are you? I want you to like, tag, and share this. And if you're listening to this live, put a one. And if you're listening to the replay, I want you to hit me with a two because I want to make sure everyone is okay. I want to do my part. And so I want to ask the question, do you want a stimulus check, or do you want your bills suspended for 90 days? Which one would help you the most? I want to talk with me. Which one will help you the most? Which one would help you the most? Go ahead and talk with me. Hey, how are you, Janessa? How are you, Stanley? How are you? We coming in from what's it? Answer the question. Stimulus check or suspend the bills. You could just say stimulus or one of the two. Which one would you like? Which one would you like? I want to hear. I want to hear what you like, right? Because I want to offer you coaching through this crisis. I want you to understand some things because not all opportunities are the best opportunities for you and your family. And if you put this in proper perspective, you can come out on top. So I want you to say right now, coming out better than I'm out and I win. If you grasp what we're going to be talking about on today, you will. Because I want you to first understand what is on the table. Anytime somebody offers you something, I want you to assess what's on the table. And so right now we know that many people are having to work from home unexpectedly. It's a new world for many people out there. I've been working from home, primarily my phone, for over a decade now. And I want you to know that it is a transition. But there are some people who are going home and some people that may not ever go back to their jobs. And we know that there's offer that there be a possible stimulus check for some. You want to maybe check out the qualification. I know one of them is to want you to first understand what is a stimulus check. I don't want you to just get caught up in the last name of this called check. I want you to ask yourself, what is a stimulus check and what is the purpose of a stimulus check? When you now begin to understand and you want to understand more about money, you want to think to yourself that money always should have a purpose. And so the stimulus check from our government, not that you shouldn't be grateful for it if you get it, not that you should say, I don't want it, but I want you to ask yourself these questions. The stimulus check, that the intention is to stimulate the economy, where they're going to give you a check and they're going to encourage you to spend check with businesses that otherwise would have been getting traffic from you that may not be able to get traffic right now. So I want you to think about that. If you now take the check and you go spend the check back into the retailers or the manufacturers, I want you to ask yourself, how is this going to truly benefit you from here on out? Obviously, if we're at a place with a stimulus check and we're like, okay, You get this in your hand, and I want you to get a pen and paper because you may want to ask yourself this question. So the first thing is the check has a purpose for you to take it and spend it back into the economy. Right now, we're heading into financial winter. They've seen some drops in several areas that they have not seen, and this has been forecasted. I was in a financial retreat last year around this time with Tony Robbins in Whistler, Canada, and they talked about a financial winter that was overdue because 10 years, every 10 years, our economy goes to a cycle and they consider these correction years, things to correct things that were out of whack, and sometimes to even recalibrate some things. And I know that there are losses of life. I don't take that serious. I don't take that lightly. I take that extremely seriously, that there are losses of life to where there are people who are like losing, and I don't want you to lose everything. If God spares your life through this and you are able to come out on top of you to not lose everything. And so that's why I want to give you, when I did the stimulus check, is for you to not spend it, spend back into the economy. Now, let's move on to 90 days of spending your bills. This is where now you would be able to call all of the businesses that we use who have employees, who have overheads, who have, because remember, those employees are people's jobs. They have overheads, and we know, don't care about them. They got money. They're big, have insurances. They don't need any help from us. So you've been enough money. You've been charging too much for all these services anyway. You've been charging too much for my mortgage, for my rent, for my cell phone. What other bills do we have? What do we have that we need a break? 90 days. I need a break. Suspend your bills. Okay, give me a break. Bills. I'm break my bills. 90 days. Okay? Which one? Give me a break from the bills. Who say stimulus check or break from the bills? You might say, well, which one is going to be more money? More money. Which one's more money? Well, $1,000. Most bills, if I get a 90-day delay on my bills, what is the price for that? Just no, freedom ain't free. And there's always a price for everything. First and foremost, suspend my bills. Suspend my student loan, not using that degree. I don't want to do that. They adding up. Suspend my bills. Okay. I get you. So I have a question. The stimulus check, I'll send it back in. But now if they suspend your bills, what you gonna do with the money? I see suspend my bills. What's here? Suspend my bills. So you gonna have 9 days of money. Otherwise, now there are some people that you may not even have to pay the bills. There may not be action on your credit. I heard it all. But I wonder what you're going to do with the money. Invest it. I love it, Dana. Where you going to put it? Invest it in the what? Invest it in the what? Invest. Invest, huh? So now we know that if the government to bail out, everybody will still have to pay for it at some point in time, right? Nothing, money just keeps going in a circle. It's just cyclical. It keeps going in a circle. Don't just go out. It's coming back. So we will still pay. But this is what I want to ask you. If you got the stimulus $1,000, what you gonna do with it? I encourage you, I encourage you to invest it. Put it somewhere. It's seed, so it's something back to you. If you are waiting on that check, don't go buy any more sanitizer and wipes and any more. Just get you a bag of with some and add to get you some lemons and you good food on some of those things there. And you and your family stay quarantined, follow whatever your leaders are telling you to do, your city, your country. I won't tell you this thing is what you want. You want 5 things. And you can hide. Number one, you certainty. Now you're saying the time is uncertain, but you can be certain you're going to with money coming in or money that you should have paid your bills with, and you might say, well, I'm in over my head. So we don't want to overlook the obvious that if we've been into this, not even a full month, and you need 90 days bill, the obvious we may over our head. I've been what that is, and that's a time for us to have a really good look at our finances. So certainty. So I want to help you certainty that if you decide to do that, have a plan. You might be able to put that bill on the back end, but just know that you need to be certain as to how much is that really going to cost you. Just because they put the principal, the whole whatever you're supposed to pay, don't forget there is interest. And the interest is still, if it's a simple interest bill, like a car loan, that bill is still accruing on that principal. So now you're going to be paying more than you paid 90 days of additional interest on the bill of the bill. So look at your, what we call it, amortization schedule, what have you. Now you're going to pay the bill 90 days later. You could, so now that bill is bigger than what it started. So did you actually save any money? That's number one. You're going to want, outside of certainty, you're going to need some choices. Now, when you hold money, or even if you get the stimulus check, whichever one you chose, it really doesn't matter. How did that expand your choices? People who build wealth, they want choices. Money gives you choices. So we want choices. So if we want, that means that we need to be thinking about how are we raising capital, not just how we're not going to pay our bills. How do we raise capital? How do we get money so that now this is a seed? Now, if your $1,000 turns into capital, you can plant it somewhere. And now it can grow into something else. You say you want to play a game in the market because the market is down, it's below 30%. And now we going ham. We going to invest like Warren Buffett, not with $1,000. You're not with 1K. But I can tell you there are places you can invest. 90 days of your bills, how much is that? If we don't want to overlook the obvious, did we have an emergency fund in place? Family? If we, this is an opportunity to write that down. An emergency fund, that when an emergency occurs, now the whole world is in an emergency simultaneously. So now when you start thinking about the choices in the capital, I want you to tell me about consistent cash flow. Will the stimulus check or a 9-day delay paying your bills give you consistent cash flow? Well, how can you have consistent cash flow? Meaning not working or and so some said I'm going to pay you twice and we not pay for the business. So cash flow, consistent cash flow is what you want. That will come in a time when you want to have a residual stream of income. A residual stream and a little bit up. It was something you did before. The lives are choppy. Oh, wow. consistent cash flow, consistent cash flow. And then now you want credit. Credit. Now decide that you will take the 90-day delay, but you're not going to have activity still moving on your credit where you will now be able to be positioned to leverage capital. Do you think any bank, because most banks are considered essential businesses and they are still open in a lot of places, or you can still do banking online, do you believe that the bank is going to extend credit now you can continue to build your business, or you now create consistent you and your family so that you can literally have capital, right? Choices and certainty. Do you think the banks are going to loan to people who say can't pay my bill in 90 days? I don't want you to be out of the opportunity that's to come after every correction of the market are huge opportunities for you to purchase homes at a low interest rate. You can get more of your home, move your kids in a better neighborhood, go to a better school district. Maybe right now we're not in school, but do you think that that's going to be forever? What happens this time next year? There is going to be this time next year, God willing. If God wills us this time next year, where do you want to be? If you decide 90 days you're not going to pay your bills, and if you are already in challenges paying your bills, do you think that that habit is going to get better or worse? If you want to make an arrangement and you want to pay some things, I want you to consider, do you really want a stimulus check? Or do you want to suspend your bills? Or do you want a real solution to the cracks in your finances? Some of us, our finances have holes in it like the jeans wearing, that I'm wearing right now. And I was there. I literally had even earned a lot of income and didn't know about a business. We have a community of 45,000 people that I would love to welcome in to help you with the security and the certainty of knowing what you need to do to position yourself and get close to crisis. If that's what you want to do, I want you to say, I want in. I want in. Say, go back and listen to me right after. God bless you. Listen.